Welcome back, everyone. Metro Sheriff Joe Lombardo joins us now for this week's Morning Cup of Joe. Good morning to you, Sheriff. It's great to see you.
Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you okay. Thanks for being with us.
Okay.
All right, we want to ask you this first, Sheriff. There was recently a copper theft near the Spaghetti Bowl. It impacted about 20 light poles there, and this actually was a big problem during the last economic downturn. So do you see this becoming an issue again?
Hopefully it isn't, but you know, in times of economic downturn, people become desperate, and everything they can come up with their demented thought process, that they'll try to perpetrate some kind of crime to fill their pockets. But in this case, yeah, we did effect 2 arrests. We're still in the process of this investigation to determine whether it's related to the light poles there at the Spaghetti Bowl. But this is the first of a trend that we are starting to see again, like you had mentioned from before. So there's not a lot of salvage yards that'll take the copper in because it affects their license. So we put a lot of stop gaps on the back end of this to deal with it. But now we're learning that they're taking it out of state. So there's other states that are probably not as stringent as we are, and they take advantage of that opportunity. So hopefully people become more aware of this particular issue occurring, and they do whatever they can to stop it or report it if they see it.
Yeah. Sheriff, unfortunately, we've had to talk a lot about mental health this year because of the pandemic. Is Metro responding to more calls stemming from mental health or crisis situations? I know that you do often anyway. Are you seeing that more often now?
So there's been about 19% increase in calls for service associated with people with mental distress. To include domestic violence, there's been a significant increase, around 17% domestic violence calls.
Aside from the domestic violence situations, which of course are always unfortunate, are you seeing these calls lead to other violent incidents too?
Yeah, we've had a significant increase in 415As, which stands with the assault with a weapon year to date in 2020. It's not dissimilar to what's occurring across the United States, but here in particular, it's a concerning stat for us. And a lot of that is directly related to the emotional aspect of domestic violence. So there has been a correlation with the increase in domestic violence in 415As, and us having to deal with those investigations more often than not now. So it's a troubling trend. We're fully aware of it, and we're doing the best we can with our resources to address it.
All right. Well, Sheriff, thank you all for what Metro does all the time. We appreciate it, and thank you for being with us. Have a great morning.
Absolutely. Thank you.
If you have a question for Sheriff Joe Lombardo, you can send it to us on our website, 8newsnow.com, and find out if your question was answered every Wednesday.